Mike Hamilton, Lithia Toyota. As it becomes harder and harder to find a deal, especially with a pickup truck, I think this package behind me is quite a deal for the money. So I'm going to go over it real quick. I'll be right back.
If you tell me you're leaving, I'll make it easy. It'll be okay. If we can't stop the bleeding, we don't have to fix it. We don't have to stay. I will love you either way.
Well, you might be thinking to yourself, this is just a base SR Tacoma, but this is an SR Tacoma with the added package called the SX package, and they give you some graphics that tell you your SX. Well, you'll know you have SX as they replace the steel wheels with a black anodized wheel on here, give it a little bit more of a traction. Firestone tires are on this here. It's a clamshell door there, so they open up clamshell to each other. So you have two seats in the front that are captains, and then you have a couple jump seats in the back, so you could put some kids back there if necessary. But really, this is mostly a two-passenger. Inside that box is our all-weather floor mats, and then we have our sliding tie downs for the rails in the back. Let me show you what makes this a little better. So most of these little SRs have always been a 4-cylinder engine. Well, this is not. This is a V6. So you have the 3.5 liter that could tow a good amount, being this is 2-wheel drive. Then you have the full tow capacity up to 6,800 pounds. And let's go over the window sticker here. So Tacoma SR, and it's a 4x2 access cab, 3.5 liter Atkinson dual cycle engine with a 6-speed automatic transmission. Has a base MSRP of $28,960. For $840, we add the SX package, which gives us those black alloy wheels over fenders, mirror caps, door handles, and lamps. It also comes with all feather floor liners and mud guards in here. So with destination, the price is just $31,392. Now I know that's a far cry from the days of past when we had vehicles in the $20-something thousand range, but typically these were just a basic 4-cylinder engine and not the V6. Which is going to give you real good tow capacity, and the power does come with dual climate controls. Again, 6-speed transmission, does support Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, does have Apple CarPlay and SOS. So we'll take a look at it from this side here, and those jump seats do fold up, and then you could fold these down to hide, so you can see out that back window. Manual slider. Let's continue on. So a real bed here, 6'1" on here. So not just a basic little 5-foot bed that the double cabs typically get. There is a couple ways to get a long bed with a 4-door, but that definitely changes the length of your wheelbase. And also this does have a off-road version of this, so there is 4x4 version of this vehicle, and that's around the 34 range. You have 4 and 7-pin plugs, class 4 tow. Again, this is the max tow capacity in this configuration at 6,800 pounds. Backup camera by law. We do have strut assisted tailgate, slow tailgate. You have a cubby where the power inverters are on the higher levels of the vehicle, like your TRD levels, so you in the limited, so we'll get that inverter in there, 400 watt power inverter. shark fin that supports Apple CarPlay and Sirius XM, Android Auto. Your fuel is on this side here, 21 gallons roughly. And then you get all the modern features you're going to see in any Tacoma. So we got power windows, power mirrors, power locks. You have the auto dimming high beam button there and the same infotainment that's in front of the drivers. Now this screen is a little bit smaller. This is a 6-inch and you get an 8-inch on the higher levels, and it does have a twist key instead of push start, so which is not a big deal. But turn down that air a little bit so it doesn't get in the mic. And we have your digital miles per hour on here. That's our choice safety sense for our lane departure alert and adaptive cruise control button on here, so we could do adaptive. And we got to do the back arrow, so that's 3 bars for 3 seconds, 2.5 for 2 seconds. No message if you ever had a problem, it just tell you what's wrong with the vehicle. And then we have the Toyota Safety Sense screen, and then back to your digital miles per hour. Then you have analog gauges. So then we have everything at a fingertips touch for picking up and hanging up phone calls, push to talk for Google Alexa, Apple CarPlay, all on here. And again, your all your stuff here for the radios here, and then all your cruise control and other screens are here. Again, this is a smaller screen than you get in the higher editions of the Tacoma, but still clean, a lot better than the old version. It's got a nice backup camera with guidelines on here, push buttons, and then again to Apple CarPlay and Android Auto supported on this. It does have dual climate control. Looks like they just carried that over from the other levels, as that's on the other levels too, so it's probably just easier just to keep it than change it. Heated side mirrors on here. We got ECT, which is your basically a tow haul mode for this thing here, and then your primary port for your Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, USB here with cup holders galore, 3 here, and there's 2 more in the door, so you could have up to 5 drinks just as the driver. And then we got a USB-A and a USB-C inside the center console, which is hard for me to get. Locking glove box. Toyota's always doing the hard plastic dashes on here, but they do a leather pattern that comes from a real natural leather to give it a more premium feel to the vehicle. And then up on top we have traditional incandescent dome lights and reading lights, the SOS button. This handles your emergency services. If you're ever in an accident where airbags deploy, it will alert the call center. You could push that button if you're in an emergency. It does also roadside assistance and stolen vehicle locator for a trial. And then we have auto dimming rearview mirror, not auto dimming, but just standard manual dimming rearview mirror. Nice enough for vents through the front to keep you cool or heated during what time of year you're in. Again, just a good work truck here, dependable, reliable, something that's going to hold its value like none other, and at a reasonable price where you could get this around $30,000 and keep it for quite a long time and not really lose your money on it. Just a really good truck for if you're looking for just something for work and moving things, needs to tow things that's not too heavy, like a decent sized boat, small camper. This could do it. So thank you again for watching. We'll see you next time.